Okay, my name's Shannon Young. This is my ship, the Ozymandias, in case you can't tell by the name on the spiffy stand there. This is my first large spaceship, over 100 studs long. It ended up being about 123. I say about because there's these little protrusions on the front there, and the engines kind of bubble out the back. Don't know exactly how many studs that is. But I wanted to make sure I did at least build a 100 stud long ship. The frame's 102 studs long inside. Then I found out 116 studs long is about 3 feet. I figured I wanted to make at least a 3-foot long ship. And it didn't quite end up being a meter. I probably should have tried to go for a meter for you un-Americans out there, but it just didn't happen. This took me about a year and a half to build, off and on. Started in June, July, August, I don't know when exactly, of '09. And started with this middle section here. I always liked that kind of ribbed section. I didn't know exactly what configuration I wanted in. You know, was this the profile? Was this the profile? Obviously this ended up being the profile, but I tried to make it detailed on all sides because spaceships don't really have or don't need tops and bottoms and sides. They're in space. There's no gravity. An old friend of mine used to scream every time he saw a Star Trek episode where they meet a spaceship and they see it on the view screen and they're like they're floating on an ocean because they're both right side up to each other. Anyway, after that middle section, I'd put it down for probably months at a time between sections and then pick it up when I felt like working on it again. Made this bridge up here, kind of like it. His stayed pretty much the same. Along with this section, I like these tanks here, although they're just pretty much dust traps. You can probably see just a year and a half of dust accumulated in there. I had like a hanger in here at the start, but didn't really like that. It interfered with these tanks. I thought, you know, there should be machinery and shit inside. Ships shouldn't be landing in where these tanks are, so I eliminated that. Figured out what I wanted to do for the engines, and then did the back here. Like I said, this was all in sections. I had the engine nacelles kind of ready, and then it was just a matter of detailing the panels on the back and sides here. And then after a long break, I didn't know what I wanted to do with the front. I thought maybe it would kind of bell out again to echo what I was doing back here, where it kind of bells out for the engines as well. It didn't happen. It just kind of turned into a tapering thing here. And I also had an idea to have like this big deck coming out down here like a bayonet, and you can pretty much see I did the opposite of that, where the lower lip is shorter than the upper one there. And then also I didn't know what to do with the sides here, so I just figured I'd echo what I had already done back here. My favorite part of the whole thing, I don't know if we can get a good shot, is that little texture right there. Black minifig pants. Greebling is not my strong suit. I'm not one of those guys that finds these crazy new usages for parts, but I was kind of proud of that. Minifig pants. You can see on the sides, it's black with just the gray. You know, not really much in the way of greebling, but it's kind of machinery-like. And then on the top, and then on the bottom too, you got red highlights along with more gray here. In building this, at this scale, I found it's not like I didn't have respect for what Mark Kelso was doing with his big 8-foot spaceships before, but I have so much more now. In trying at the scale, you can't have a lot of flat, blank surfaces. It would just look wrong. So you need to detail it and just finding, you know, different black pieces. There's only so many that I have and could find that would work in here. Like here, these bionicle feet thing, I managed to use my bionicle. But I can't imagine doing this on a 8-foot spaceship that's, you know, much bigger around his, or who knows how many feet wide. Mine's not even big in my hand. If I do a ship again, it's probably going to be minifig scale. Try an interior. I'm ambitious like that. When Shannon Ocean came to visit, he liked the stand, so I'll give you a close up of the stand here. That's pretty much it. I'm sure I'll think of some other things to say, but after I'm done videotaping this thing, but that's it.